Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Far Cry 4, Part 14. Decided to just kind of, do this now. I figured that I would just I was originally going to do this tomorrow, but I decided, hey, why not just do it now? Um, so, the last time we played, we kind of rounded everything up. We did a bunch of Golden Path missions, we finished up everything for Yogi Reggie Herc. Still have some, eye for an eye missions and stuff like that. We still have these missions here. Um, but I'm not really too concerned with them because they don't really matter at this point. They really just kind of count towards the 100% completion if you really give a shit about it. But now that we've done a lot of those other missions and stuff, we actually have some more. We actually have some more guns. So we actually have a bunch of stuff that's unlocked. These guns are all like post you know uh, once you get to a certain point. I don't remember what mission it is, but you get these. So we're gonna buy them and upgrade them a little bit. We have 44. Fierce looks pretty cool. Gold. I think we'll do the Fierce. It's pretty cool. We also have the Desert Eagle. Yeah, I might as well get that. And of course, I mean, you gotta have the Gold Eagle, right? You can't have anything other than that. You got the A99 as well. So we can't actually put the suppressor. But we're going to actually put the optical sight as well as the extended magazine. Let's see here. Fierce. Kind of like the Predator one. So I mean, if you know the signature one, it's pretty much this. It's the Rebel, pretty much. I mean, in the weapons, we actually have a few other things. We have the regular Vector. Which has a suppressor, the optical sight, the extended mag, and then you can paint it whatever you want. The granite looks best. So the SPOS 12. Let's see here. Primal paint looks pretty cool, the zebra paint. Alright, we'll go with that. You have the A52. The marksman sight on here. Some more accuracy of the range. Aqua. Very few guns that have that, so we'll go with that actually. So I have the SA-50. Which I think actually might be better than this. It has a sound suppressor. That. I think this is actually better. Yeah, because its fire rate's up, so Then we also have the GL 87. We have the better grenade launcher as well as the MGK. The only thing that we don't have is the Ripper because we still have to do the Fortress. But we have the Harpoon now, which we get for completing the Herc stuff. I'll show you that. It's a pretty cool gun. So yeah, it launches harpoons. See? It's a good silent weapon if you wanna have a silent weapon. It's pretty cool. But yeah, you get that automatically for completing all the Herc missions. It's just like a special weapon. Let me see here, and then we have the MG42, of course. Let's get this other grenade launcher here. All you can do is paint this. Desert looks pretty cool. So yeah, the GL87 is pretty much like the most like badass like grenade launcher type like weapon. This thing tops even that previous one. It launches like grenades automatically. It's pretty great. So typically, what I do once I have all these weapons is I typically just kind of like decide like, hey, I'm gonna get like a sidearm. So typically, I'll go with like the strongest sidearm that they have. I think the D50 is. A little bit better. Well, I think we'll go with the cannon. The sniper rifle that we have is definitely the way to go. But I typically kind of get rid of an assault rifle because I use the buzzsaw, which there's no point. I mean, like you could get these, but there's really no point to that. Like there's if you don't have the buzzsaw, you can get these. Put a scope on it. Extended magazine on it. And we can even paint it. Primal looks pretty cool. Let's go primal. The red and white's like a candy cane. Marksman sight. Kind of want the range on these. Ooh, the purple fierce. The primal looks cool, but the purple looks even better. So yeah, I mean, like I said, you have this, which is, I mean, this is like the best when it comes to damage and stuff because it's like the ultimate rocket launcher. But the GL8 887 has a better fire rate, so we're gonna go ahead and keep that, because we're not gonna really be going silent anymore. We have our badass machine gun that we're gonna use, our badass sniper rifle, which is kind of our silence weapon, and then we have our cannon if we need it, and our grenade launcher if we need it. So but yeah, this sniper rifle is fantastic because it's even better than the one that we just had the like the 50 cal. Okay, and we're gonna go see Amita. We'll hop in this truck. I mean, you have such a wide variety of vehicles once you, a wide variety of weapons. Once you get to the end, it's like, it's really kind of hard to pick what you want to use because you're like, well, do I want to go with like explosive stuff? But the enemies are just going to get like they end up throwing more and more heavies and stuff at you. So this grenade launcher is great. The buzzsaw is always good. The sniper rifle is fantastic, especially when you're going for the silence like ranged. So you know.
You're fine, I promise you. Sabah's gone, Bajra. You're safe. No more Tarun Matara. Take her back to the camp. I don't know where Sabal is, and I don't trust him.
Sabal's missing now.
What's this about Sabal?
Not now. We've bigger problems. Bagan's about to hit Utkarsh with artillery. We can't let that happen. Destroy those cannons before they wipe Utkarsh off the map.
I'm on it.
Alright. Reach Kalesh. Alright, so we'll get in the helicopter here. And we'll fly to Kalesh. Sorry if you hear the the bit of the cough that I have. Don't know where that's coming from, but oh, flamethrower people at it again. So Sabal's missing now that we've destroyed the temple and everything, so. But as I mentioned previously numerous times, there's really no good person.
You must evacuate that town. I'm not evacuating on your say-so. Cavalry unit acting. We have dispatched guards to your location. They missed. I repeat, they missed. You hear that? Sabal, get the soldiers out. I am not abandoning. They're bracketing our position. Clear the tunnel.
The first gun's secure. How am I supposed to destroy it?
Focus on the soldiers. Help is on the way.
Okay.
Direct hit! Soldiers of the Golden Path, I am ordering you to evacuate. Hold your position. Damn it, Sabal.
Alright, we need to take out these guns, and we need to do it quick.
Neutralize the ground!
There we go. See you later.
That's the last one. So where's that help?
We're almost at your position. As if we got soldiers right behind us. Ajay, protect the sappers heading your way. They will disable the guns.
Yeah, I think this is a grenade launcher. Hi. See ya. I'm holding up, man. Kinda wish there was an ammo crate around here. There we go.
I don't know what would have happened.
That's it. You're in the clear.
They would have flattened Utkarsh if it wasn't for you. I don't think people really know how much they owe you, Ajay. You've earned yourself a break, but a small one. If you have any unfinished business left, I suggest you take care of it. Kirat will need your undivided attention for this final push.
Okay, well, there we go. We have defended Udkarsh and blown up the. There's no bodies left here either. They'll say like, oh, I loot all these bodies, but they're all gone. Okay, where the fuck is she? Oh, here's another bomb defusal that we've unlocked. Oh, it's just right here. Alright, fast travel here. Alright, let's see here. Body armor. So make sure that all of the stuff that I need is, you know, at least I have that. Here's a car right here. Yeah, there's a lot of really great stuff in Far Cry 5 in terms of like vehicles and even some like signature weapons. It's funny because Far Cry kind of got a little Saints Row-y in terms of like the stuff they added. Like Far Cry 5 has some pretty crazy shit, but then like Far Cry New Dawn had some even crazier weapons in it, and Far Cry 6 has some insane ass shit. I mean, when you combine like the animal companions that you can get in like Far Cry 5 and shit, and you know, combined with all the crazy weapons, it gets to be, you know, insane. Hello. Hi.
Where is everyone?
At the Kalesh. We're getting ready for the final push. This is it. Win or lose. Sabal is splitting the Golden Path. He's jeopardizing our future, Ajay. Enough is enough.
What are you asking me to?
I'm telling you to kill him.
Oh, okay. What?
Very particular with my
I forgot about
words.
that. I forgot about killing the other person.
Besides, did you really think he was going to be okay with you betraying him and siding with me? No. We can't afford to let Sabal live. Ajay, be careful. The Golden Path needs you. I need you.
Alright, Amelia, don't fuck this shit up. Yeah, and I'm just her hitman. I'm just gonna go. I forgot about killing the other person. I totally forgot. Yeah, the reboot you saw. I totally forgot about this fucking mission, dude. Well, good news is I can just fast travel here. Okie doke.
Oh, RJ, I can almost see your furrowed brow from here.
Hagen, what do you want?
Oh, I'm merely calling to check up on you. I hear your little friends are having a bit of a spat. It must be hard, what with you in the middle of it all. Choices are difficult. Trust me, I've been there. In fact, you should be grateful for the choices I've made. Choices like Yuma. I went on live television to serve her up to you, and I loathe television. Radio is so much more my thing. And you jumped on the opportunity. Poor Yuma. She will be missed. It was a tough call to make, picking you over her. But it was the right call. You'll see. Of course, you're in a hurry, places to go, shit to tear up. I'll let you get back to it. But don't forget, RJ, choices have consequences.
So yeah, you'll see what he means in a little while. Hey, Sabal. Hey, bud. Hey.
Did she send you, brother?
Yeah.
Did you volunteer?
No. He sent
What
me.
do you think you're doing? You
Here?
shit on everything your father built. Congratulations. Everything that meant something is irrelevant thanks to you.
Well, come on, man. She's kind of right. You can't just do everything with religion.
Handed over everything to Amita. To Amita.
Well,
You think she can fix Kirat?
I mean,
Drug fields as far as the eye can see.
we burn those.
Suicide nets in factory towns where men, women, and children
Are free to be poor?
What? What are you talking about? We got all this
It's a
gold we're
land of
melting
equal
down.
opportunity where everyone's a slave.
No one's a slave. We got fucking gold and shit. We're passing it out. We're melting it down.
Do you think this is the country your mother wanted her ashes to be scattered in?
Yeah, it is. She said to come here. Well, I'm sorry. Sorry, Sabal.
I took care of Sabal.
I can't believe it. I'm sorry, Ajay. It had to be done. And that doesn't make it any easier, does it?
No.
Okay, there'll be time to deal with this later. Right now, we have a country to save.
It's the same thing with doing it, for Amita. Sabal sends you to kill Amita, so. Alright, well. On to the next one, I guess. So yeah, we got 3 missions left. We're sailing. Yeah, I mean, it's it's rough to have to like get rid of the other person. I mean, he keeps saying there's gonna be drug fields, but we burned all those drug fields, so that bitch doesn't have any fucking heroin. She doesn't have any heroin to sell. Hey, look, drive safely, save a life. Wow. Hey, you guys are all right. Don't worry. Take all my ammo for the flare gun.
She'll make a good leader. Iraq needs new blood.
Ajay, we've been waiting for you. Everybody is rallying for one final push. We're hitting Pagan's fortress. It won't be easy.
Well,
I
duh.
heard about Sabal. Whatever you're feeling, just know that Amita only wants what's best for Kirat.
What do you mean, whatever I'm hearing?
We have
What
to
does that
get
mean?
going.
Alright, well, hold the fuck
Glad to have
on.
you help with the assault. You're a good fighter, yaar.
Alright. Time to go. So yeah, we're going back to where we started. Alright, here we go.
Ari, do something about those machine gun nests.
Trying to do everything about everything here. Even if you shut the fuck up. Well, it's up and over for us.
Ajay, use explosives to breach the main gate. The gate is breached. Move it. Keep up the pressure.
See ya. Let's make sure we're loaded up. Capture the armory, capture the comm center. Alright. My aim is garbage. See ya. Alright. I don't know what we're capturing right now, but we're capturing it.
What we did, half a minute.
We have the armory.
We got the armory. No choppers. I said no choppers.
What we did, half a minute.
No.
We've secured the communications room. They won't be able to call for reinforcements now.
trying to kill my allies. Alright. HQ, we need the HQ. Oh, you fucker. Shut up, you. Oh no! I blew up the ammo! Bye. Bye.
We've taken the headquarters!
Bye.
I am going to end you.
Alright, there we go.
They're mounting a counterattack! Hold the fortress!
Oh, they're all dead down there. Where?
Let's give it up! The fortress is ours!
Well, destroy the statue. Oh, there it goes.
Really, RJ? What do you have against my likeness? All those posters, Eric, my double, and now this. Am I missing a hint? Should I start taking this personally? That statue was solid fucking gold. Literally. I'm not being metaphorical. Do you know how many artifacts I had to melt down to get it made? And poor Eric standing there for God knows how long just to pose for it. Well, what's done is done. And dinner's nearly ready.
Ashes to ashes.
Amita, the gate's open. I'm heading for the palace.
The Royal Guard's counterattacking! We'll be there as soon as we can.
I'm going after Pagan.
Alright, here we go. Now, you can actually, originally when I played this, I had saved before I did this mission, and you can actually just walk in and shoot Pagan in the fucking face. You just shoot him and kill him, and then the credits roll. But it's actually better if you don't, and you'll see why. Because, like with the little hidden ending at the beginning of the game, there is something that he will show you if you hear him out. So we're going to go hear Pagan out. Oh, here we go.
Come in. I apologize for the austerity I sent to help home. Chances are you shot them on your way in. Now, before we begin, to whom am I speaking? The son who returned to scatter his mother's ashes, or the lunatic who has murdered his way to the top of my mountain?
I mean, I think you're talking to the
If
second
I was
one.
speaking to the first guy, then I would say, sit down. Let's be civilized. Enjoy some food. But we tried that before, didn't we? At our first meeting? You sat right here. Paul was off applying voltage to the nipples of your rude little plus one. I stood just like this. And what were my exact words?
Enjoy the crab Rangoon.
Stay here. Enjoy the crab Rangoon. Don't move. I'll be right back. Now, if you had just listened, just waited for me, then we would have come back here straight away, together, and scattered your mother's ashes. So then you must be the second guy who didn't listen, decided instead to join the other monkeys and start throwing his shit around. But I'll tell you what. I call a do-over. I say you have two choices. One, you could shoot me, boring, or you could sit down, enjoy some food, and you and I will go scatter your mother's ashes together.
We can do it.
So, who did you kill? Is it Amitabh? Sabal? Doesn't really matter. I already know. I just want to hear you say it.
Fuck you.
My goodness, boy, you didn't even blink. Well, you do realize that you're just giving away your country, right? It's yours. It's always been yours. Kirat is yours. I pulled you off the bus in the first place to pass it on to you. I suppose you could take it back. You're halfway there. One down, one to go. Not that I want to put ideas in your head. At least now we know you have a taste for doing what it takes. Well, no more putting it off, I suppose. Well, come on. And don't forget your mother. You do realize that urn represents all that's left of the old Ajay. The pre-Kirat Ajay. Once you spread those ashes, all the ties you have to that previous life are gone. And then what happens? Well, I suppose you could do what I did after Mohan killed Lakshmana. Oh, you didn't know that, did you? Huh. Yes, your father killed your half-sister, and then your mother killed him in return. I simply continued where she left off. I killed so many people for them. But then I realized I was only using Lakshmana's death as an excuse to do whatever I wanted to do. Just as you use those ashes as an excuse to do whatever you want to do. God damn if it isn't fun. Well, you finally made it. You know, the one and only time I walked into this place, I came in a sane man and came out like this. You will come out a king. Go on, men. Do what you came here to do.
So yeah, I remember your mother told you to take you to Lakshmana, which is this. Your half-sister. So before we do this, let's go ahead and read Mohan Ghale's journal, because that will fill in some gaps here. So 1981. So by shock 1981. Ishwari and I were married today. The ceremony was small, just her parents and mine. The village elders still believe it is bad fortune to marry a Tarun Matara, but I don't see it that way. She is charming and intelligent. Our marriage was arranged when we were children, years before her selection as Kira's vessel, and now her dowry was paid by the temple. Money enough to set up the house, maybe even buy a rice cooker, and my transfer to the Royal Guards has been approved, so I'll need new uniforms. Mohan Ghale. These are all just Mohan Ghale. Baishak 1981. Ishwari and Mangsir 1985. I couldn't protect them. My only duty was to protect the royal family, and I failed. The nationalists stormed the palace in the middle of the night. They breached the front doors with explosives and cleared the way, and ahead of them with hand grenades. I was stationed in the main hall, and the blast knocked me off my feet. They walked right past me into the royal bedchambers. I heard 5 gunshots, and my heart sank with each report. With the king dead, Kirat will surely descend into anarchy. Assad 1986. Another brutal fight against the nationalists today. Their ranks were bolstered by foreign criminals, and they're armed with American-made weapons. The monsoon rains won't soon wash the blood off the streets of Tirtha. I came home well after sundown and crawled into bed next to Ishwari. We would be lost without her. She speaks directly to the hearts of the people. She reminded me of the first 4 years of our marriage. We were not rich, but we were happy. There was peace. So much has changed. Vaishak 1987. Today I met a man named Pagan Min. He is from Hong Kong, and he has a distant relative of the murdered king with him. He also has an army of mercenaries. He is well-spoken and confident, if a bit young. I'm still processing it all. It's almost too good to be true. It's like Kira has sent a savior for us, someone who can turn the tide of the civil war and restore the monarchy of Kirat. Between the combined forces of the royalists and the Pagan Min's mercenary army, the nationalists don't stand a chance. Sherwan? There's so much uncertainty in our future. Sometimes I catch myself wishing she wasn't a child. As soon as I think this, I am overcome with guilt. I must remind myself this is a good thing. I love Ishwari and the child she bears. I love that we will soon become a family. I hope that our child is born into a secure and prosperous Kirat. Katark, 1987. So this is all still 1987. I knew it was too good to be true. We've been betrayed by Pagan Min. We spent months fighting alongside his men, and just as we seized the palace, he killed the royal heir and installed himself as king. It was a bloodbath. Pagan's men turned on us, and many were lost before they even realized they were in danger. I barely escaped with my life, and am now hiding with a handful of survivors. Kirat is now in the hands of a traitorous dog, a dog I intend to put down before I die. Mangsir, 1987. Pagan's influence grows every week. People flock to join the royal army, while his guards, those thugs he brought over from Hong Kong, tear the country apart. We lost another 3 outposts last night. They're better trained and better armed. We lack organization. Ishwari thinks I should be the one to lead what's left of the royalists against Min's regime. She speaks of a dream in which we walk along a golden path. I worry for her safety. We've decided to name the baby Ajay if it's a boy. Poosh, 1987. The last couple months have been difficult, but I've managed to find more surviving members of the Royalist movement. We've set up camp in the mountains. Many survivors owe their lives to a handful of pagans mercenaries. They refused their orders to turn on us and instead stood with us. Together we will form a new resistance called the Golden Path. Ishwari smiled when I told her the name. It's the first time I've seen her smile in months. Mog, 1987. Once victory is achieved, in the absence of a royal heir, the Tarun Matara will serve as head of state under a regent. All industry, finance, and transportation will be nationalized. The Kirati army will be reformed under the command of the Tarun Matara. New trade agreements will be established with China and India as well as the West, and a petition will be submitted to join the UN. A graduated income tax will be implemented, child labor will be abolished, and education will be free for all. So essentially, yeah, what you see is that the king was killed under, after Mohan was part of this royal army, and when pagan men came in, he basically he had mercenaries, and he overthrew them, and basically became, this dictator. And Mohan was like, we're gonna get rid of pagan, we're gonna join the UN, we're gonna become an actual country, and we're gonna get rid of all the bad shit. Falcon, 1987. Ishwari and I fought again. We never used to act like this, but lately it seems like everything sets her off. She again brought up the issue of allowing women into the golden path, and I again put my foot down. The front lines are no place for them. Let them work in our kitchens, hospitals, as drivers, even carrying munitions. She insists a female corps could be combat ready in as few as 3 months. We need more fighters, but now is not the time for radical ideas. By Shock, 1988. My son was born today. His name is Ajay Gale. He weighs 5 pounds and 4 ounces and measures 17 inches long. His eyes look exactly like Ishwari's, and all he does is cry and sleep and suckle. I feel a renewed sense of purpose. Kirat will be free, I swear it. I will not rest until Pagan Min is dead. My son will grow up free and without fear. Jesta, 1988. Ajay, my beautiful boy, every day I hold you in my arms as a gift. You are my light and my strength. I pray to Kira daily for your health and safekeeping. I pray for an end to our current hardships before you are old enough to understand them, so that your childhood can be spent running free in the fields and valleys. I pray that you grow to become a good man, one who knows the meaning of duty, honor, and compassion. Badra, 1988. The war does not go well for us. Pagan has put a young protege named Yuma Lau in charge of hunting down any former mercenaries who once worked for him. She's been incredibly effective in her role. At every turn we are outnumbered, outgunned, and outclassed. I don't know how much longer we can hold out. Kira, help us. We must find a way to even the score. It may be time to take a risk. May Banashur watch over Ishwari and Ajay should anything happen to me. Ashwin, 1988. The CIA contact has made good on his promise to deliver the weapons. I'm usually wary of strangers bearing gifts, but in this case I have made an exception. I'm glad I did. We now have enough firepower to stand on even footing with the Pagan's men. I have already begun the task of training the men to use these new arms. The American offered to provide me with military advisors, but I declined. This is a war for Kirat and must be won by Kiratis, not Americans. Kartik, 1988. Curse pagan men and his foreign horror. The Royal Army has started collecting Kirati artifacts from temples and homes. He's storing them all in Jelandu Island. I don't know what he intends to do with the artifacts, but he will not get his hands on the Kalanag Thonka. As much as it pains me, I've asked Darpan to separate it into different pieces and hide them throughout the Kirat. The story of Kalanag will not be lost to the likes of Yuma. So yeah, Pagan brought in Yuma, they started collecting all the gold. Remember the temple that we blew up, we took all that shit back. But, the Thonka, Mohan took, and he hid it so that, nobody could, find it. And as you remember in the previous story, the one from the 1800s, that Thonka drove that guy crazy, so he didn't want Pagan to have the Thonka either. Mog, 1988. I'm losing the war and my marriage. Ishwari and I fight constantly about everything and nothing. I can't bear to return home after being in the field. I would prefer the sting of a bullet to her constant scorn. She's frustrated I've kept her away from the fighting. Kept her, she says, from contributing. I'm going to send her to the royal palace, right into the tiger's den. Let her see what Min has done to Karat for herself before she judges me so harshly. Ishwari, Chaitra, 1988. Ishwari, if you still love me, you will do this and not question my orders. There is no other way. Pagan trusts you. Maybe it runs deeper than that. Use that to your advantage. Gain access to his organization and subvert it from the inside. Relay any pertinent information back to me. Timetables, supply routes, overseas contacts, etc. We must strike from all sides at once. Take Ajay with you. We'll bolster your cover story. Return only after we have achieved victory. Mengsir, 1989. I have learned that Pagan Min has secretly met with senior members of the Golden Path to discuss the terms of our surrender. These are people I have fought alongside for years. They tell me that Pagan promises us peace if we lay down our arms. Pagan lies. Anyone who met with Pagan is a traitor and must be dealt with. It was a difficult decision, and history will judge me harshly, but I had these traitors executed this morning. Kira, forgive me. Ashwin 1990. You whore. What you've done is unforgivable. You've betrayed me. You've betrayed the entire Golden Path. I spent every hour in the last 3 years trying to end Min's reign of terror. What have you done except spread your legs? Your mission was simple. Collect intelligence, not sleep with the enemy. Not fuck their commander. Not bear the false king a daughter. What's her name? It doesn't matter. You wretched, selfish whore. I'm coming for you. I'm coming to correct your mistake. Posh 1990. Ajay, know that everything I've done is for you. All I've ever wanted is for you to grow up in a safe and prosperous country, but the goal required sacrifice. I regret that I wasn't there to see your first steps or hear your first words, but the burden of command leaves little room for sentiment or distraction. Your mother used to get upset when I spoke about your future training, but if this war should outlive me, you must be ready to assume my position. The future of Kirat is in your hands. So, just like with the Lost Letters, Mohan was also obsessed. That's kind of what the idea of this game is the idea behind everything is obsession. The obsession that the obsession that Robert had of finding Shangri-La and saving the world. The obsession that Mohan Ghale had with trying to take down pagan men only to lose his entire family and his life. The obsession that Ajay has to spreading, to do right by his mother and spread his mother's ashes and, to try to make everything better. He has an obsession with trying to help people and gets caught up in something that he really is not a part of. That's really kind of the theme of this game, that once you kind of get down to it and you read everything and you learn about it, it's all about obsession. Pagan Min was obsessed. He became obsessed with being this tyrant. Mohan was obsessed. Robert was obsessed, and so is Ajay. And it's just a never-ending cycle. Sabal was obsessed with trying to bring the country back to its former glory, like your father, who was really kind of a shitty person also. Amita is obsessed with trying to make this country a better place, also like your father originally. It's all about obsession, and that's really kind of the story in the long run. So your mother wanted you to just bring her back to be with her daughter. I love you, and will always be with you.
All choices have consequences, Ajay. I've given you Kirat, but I'm keeping the helicopter.
So, you can, by the way, if you want, you can make a decision. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but this is why I've said that there is nothing good comes from the end. You can shoot down Pagan's helicopter and kill him, and that's that. You can let him escape, and go away. But Amita, Sabal, Pagan, Ajay, they're all shitty people at this point. So what does it matter who lives and who dies? That's kind of the thing that I kind of learned was, does it really matter? But Pagan has done a lot of shitty things to this country. He did a lot of shitty things to the people. And the king has to die. we're gonna skip that because of the audio.
Pagan's dead.
It's over? We won? I can't believe we won! Ajay, did you find out where Lakshmana was?
I found it, Amita. My mom's at rest now.
Alright, Ajay. You take your time. We'll need your help rebuilding, but that'll come tomorrow. Today, you've earned a rest. I owe you a great deal. Thank you.
So there you go. And really, to kind of round that out, so we have basically kind of one more thing here. Also have, Lakshmana. So Lakshmana, of course, is the your half sister. It was Pagan Min's daughter with Ishwari. All right, so now we'll go out. Hey guys.
Oh, Mr. Gale. Well, I guess that's it then. No more mayhem and destruction. Hanging up the old rocket launcher. Alright. I really love what you've done with the place. It'd be sad to see it go. Put it on the shelf, as it were. Gathering dust. Unless... some unfinished business, perhaps. Loose ends, isn't it? Or people to kill. That's what I just said, Donald. It's Yogi, Brad. Smoke? Smoke?
Not this time.
So there you go. We're back home. And now all we have left is to take out Pagan's fortress.
Ajay, Pagan may be gone, but his fortress, Rajgad, still stands. The forces stationed there are in disarray without Pagan. You should press the attack and hit them while they're vulnerable.
Well, that was the plan, wasn't it? Oops. Alright.
Reinforcements needed. Repeat, Golden Pass reinforcements are needed. Our outpost is being attacked. Request is urgent.
Shit! Ah!
Fucking son of a bitch. Fuck you. Alright, so we'll go and we'll grab this outpost. Well, the fortress anyway. Excuse me.
Take it. It's not even my car.
Well, then whose car is it?
I'm glad you're here. Stop changing. Was here today?
Thanks for the vehicle. It's not even my car. I don't know where it came from. Alright, so we'll go to Pagan's Fortress. We'll take this out.
So
Just
looks like
because we
Sabar
can.
is winning the Golden Path popularity contest. And
No,
I am
Sabal's dead.
genuinely surprised to hear this. I thought Amita had it locked down with...
There we go.
Something's out there. I can shoot all day.
Let's be careful.
All clear.
Once again, let's be careful. Alright, who can see me? Oh, got that guy up there.
What? No gonna pay. Men will not be pleased. I have a visual on who's shooting.
That fucking asshole sniper. I think that's who's spotting me.
Inbound on your position. We are coming from the air. We are inbound from the south.
You got some fucking people coming?
We are coming from the air.
Everybody, come on in, come on in. Yeah, so did I.
We are coming from the air.
Bye. And bye. There we go! The gulag is taken care of. It's done. We can finally get the final, animal mission. Which of course is above us, isn't it? Yep. That off the wall. Oh, I thought that was the treasure for a second. Hello, sir. I'll take your things. You too, sir. You as well, sir. Thank you very much. Oh, and you, sirs. Thank you very much for your patronage, sirs. There's no need for you now, sirs. Alright, Yeah, a rare elephant.
Mr. Chiffon, I have your design that calls for a rare elephant hide, but I'm a little uncomfortable killing a sacred animal.
Ajay, this is no ordinary elephant. This is the meanest, ugliest pachyderm you will ever encounter. It's terrorized people for years, much like the king you know. I saw an opportunity to solve a local problem and make a bold statement.
So you want me to light a 6-ton animal on fire for art?
The purpose of fashion isn't to make pretty clothes that no one wears. It's to provide designers with a means of expressing themselves in a particular time and place. You've seen what war has done to this country, and I want to reflect that in my work. Now lace up those vulgar trainers of yours, head over to the work camp, and be fierce.
Yeah, normally you lose karma when you kill elephants. So I think it's a flamethrower that we're gonna have. Yep. All right. We'll get rid of the grenade launcher. Yeah. Well, I think we know where he is. All right. Well, we're gonna deal the double damage. And we're gonna do this as well. Oh, we can only do one at a time. Oh shit. God damn it. Jesus, criminy. Oh god, he's after me. Fuck, man. Jesus Christ. Oh god. Oh, thank fuck. Whew.
Mr. Chiffon, I've got everything. What now?
Perfect. Hurry back to the studio. Kirat Fashion Week is about to begin. The guests are arriving, the cameras are rolling, and the world is waiting with bated breath for the reveal of combat couture.
Okay, well. We can now finally craft that. We have everything crafted. And then we finally have this final Fashion Week thing here, where we can go do and go back and see Mr. Chiffon one last time. Pretty much wrapping up everything. And then that's going to be it for the main story. He's gone. There's a note. Fashion Week postponed. Ajay, I'm sorry, but Curate Fashion Week has been postponed definitely. I always feared the day would arrive. Min has found me. Min's dead! Reports of a lone gunman with fabulous pouches must have tipped him off that I was still alive. The army has destroyed my studio, so I'm smuggling myself out of the country on the next goat caravan headed for the border. Perhaps the House of Chiffon can find a new home in Paris, Milan, or Patna. Wear combat couture with pride, and above all, stay fierce. Your friend, Moo Moo. But Pagan's dead. I killed him. I guess really the idea is that you take down Pagan's fortress before you take Pagan men down. But yeah, there we go. That's pretty much it. So, in terms of everything else, I mean, there's still, you know, the hunting supplies and control there. I have the one eye for an eye left, the one hostage rescue, as well as the 2 bomb defusals. But they really don't offer anything, you know, to the game for me. Like they don't really do anything. There's no achievement for, you know. Can I just fast travel here, please? There's no achievement for completing all of those. Like there's no trophies or anything. I don't play on PlayStation, but we do have the Ripper though. We can finally buy that. There you go. It's got that red, cool red color to it. I'm gonna put the harpoon in. Fuck it, why not? So yeah, there we go. We have every weapon unlocked and bought and upgraded. We have every item. We have every map. In terms of our progress, all of our missions are done. All of our open world stuff is done. Karma's done. Weapons, except for vehicles. There's 2 more vehicles that I haven't been on yet. I think one of them is like a boat. One of them is probably a boat. But we got pretty much all that done. And then yeah, just really kind of the quests and activities that really don't matter at this point, and the rest of the collectibles, which I'm not gonna bother with. So, you know, we've purchased all the homestead stuff. We unlocked 75 of 82 of the entries. Basically, we just have to visit all the other places I haven't visited. Rank 10 in the arena. Locations discovered 190 out of 240. That's not bad. 56 notes read. There's a lot more than that, trust me. So yeah, I didn't do any outpost master or royal cargo trucks destroyed, but yeah. So let me see here. Let me see what our time is currently. All right. Well, I think that we'll probably just call it there for this part. You know, I mean, we have everything done in the main story. So really, all that's there is Escape from Durgresh, but this really isn't as good. Yeah, in terms of the DLC, there's like a Battle versus Carrot online, you know, multiplayer. There's the maps stuff, but and there's also keys to a Karat. But we are going to play Valley of the Yetis. This is really kind of the expansion story piece, and this is really interesting. It's a cool little insight to like the legend. We saw a Yeti in the main story, so we're going to do Valley of the Yetis when we return next time. So that will be what we finish up with, and then once we're done with that, that's going to be Far Cry 4. We'll we'll have finished it, and I'll have to find another game to play because I already got one lined up, but I don't got something to line up after this. So we could just go into Far Cry 5, but I don't know. We might just take a break from Far Cry for a little bit. So we might just play something else. So I will see you next time for Valley of the Yetis. Take care, everybody, and goodbye.